So I gotta have jumper cables to my truck. Y'all watch this crap show we got going. Run to the back of my truck. These guys, I hope this doesn't go bad. And then I had to run to the Louisiana facility. They told me to top it off, fill it up. Well, it only held like 30 gallons. Guys, how y'all doing today? It's Wednesday. I've been running fuel all morning. I had to come up north about 45 minutes, so it's not ice and snow is not nearly as bad up here. But looking at a lease road, a couple jobs that need some repair work done. So right in front of my truck is really bad sinkholes. We're going to get some rock hauled in and bring the backhoe up here and fix these. They just, man, it's bad holes here. And I've got a trailer behind me. Goodness gracious, those holes are horrible. Yeah, I think the front of my truck just drug. But yeah, I apologize. We don't have a lot of content this week. It's just with the snow and ice. Gosh, Josh and I have been going non-stop. I didn't get in until 10 o'clock last night. So we've just been covered up running fuel basically since Sunday morning. And it's Wednesday, I'm still running fuel. I had to pull Josh off yesterday. I had to send him to another job for oil field company. They could not get into one of their sites. A tree had fallen down, so Josh went with a skid steer and the limb saw and the grapple. He got all that cut up and got it at least opened up for the time being so they could get in with trucks. We've got Hank back over there this morning. Hank's been over there all day opening all that up, cutting everything and clearing that out. So I was not able to get any video on that, again, because I've been running fuel all day, every day. I know David went and did a little work on the 1950 pond, then we had to shut him down. He had to go to Louisiana, pick up some equipment, and bring it back. So we're all trying to get back to normal today. All my crews are back working. Josh has a crew with him. They're opening up more roads, just more roads that are going to these guys' sites, processing facilities. They're going through there with skid steers, dump trailers, saws, cutting everything up and getting the roads opened up so these guys can get access. So I only had to make 2 fuel runs today. One this morning, I got done with it about lunch, and then I got a couple hour break here to look at these other jobs that have to get done by the end of the week. And then I've got to go back and make another fuel haul for the rest of the evening at dark. So I'll take y'all along, show y'all a few things. I know this one wasn't much to it. We'll run a look at this next job and see what all it's going to be involved. So I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, there's 2 belly dump loads of rock. Looks like a 3-inch base, or it could be an SB3. But 2 loads of granite rock here. They want us to bring this rock and move it. I'll take y'all down the road here. They want us to move it down the road to this next spot, next location. I adjusted my settings on the GoPro. I had a few guys make some comments, which, I mean, I was aware whenever I'm moving around and panning around, man, it messes with your eyes. I know it definitely does mine, and I've had a few guys comment on it. So kind of messed with the settings a little bit on this GoPro, so hopefully this is better. This is the first video I've taken with it. since adjusting the settings. Swapped it over to 60 frames per second and did a horizontal lock, linear lock. So we'll see if that helps. I guess the bad part is I won't know until I play all this back. And it'll either be fouled up or maybe it'll be correct. We'll see. So this is the first road we passed up a while ago. I do believe there are tanks. There's a tank battery down here and separators. So I got a good feeling this is probably going to be it down here. Sloppy. So yeah, this is where they're loading out at. So right here where I'm in front of my truck, it's pretty soft. Oh yeah, pretty good hole right there. And then all this is going to need to be fixed right through here. Some really good hole right here in front of me. Ooh, goodness gracious. And I am dragging a trailer behind me through all this. Good Lord. And then all this here is going to need to be rocked. So we will haul the rock from that other site over to here and dump it out and make that work. So they need it done quick. Hopefully by the end of the week. They wanted it done, so we'll just have to make do with what we got. Otherwise, I'd wait if they could wait a little bit and use our dump truck, but not able to wait. They need it done now, so we'll get it taken care of. Anyhow, I'm fixing to head back, fill up with diesel, see what I can come up with this afternoon. Maybe get y'all some video, which you've already seen the one station we've been filling, but I'll show you all this rig I got set up on the trailer. It is very rudimentary, but we just did what we had to do to get the job done for today, or the last couple of days actually, because you know Josh and I were running the two trucks. Well, when I had to pull him to send him to another project, and he's on other jobs clearing roads, it was just me, but we still needed to haul all the fuel. So we swapped everything over, put everything on the trailer, one of our trailers, and I've just been pulling it with all the fuel tanks. So it's a cluster. I gotta have 2 sets of jumper cables to run back there to get power, pumping fuel from the slow tanks to a fast tank. It's a mess, but we're getting the job accomplished, and this is just temporary. They're getting commercial power back to most of the sites. Like I say, originally we had about 5 sites we were running to. Now we're down to just 2 sites. There's a third, but we filled it up yesterday, or I filled it up yesterday, and they said it would last definitely till Saturday. So power company was actually on that road hooking power up as I was going in to fill the tank. So we'll see if they still don't have power by Friday, then I'll go back over there Friday and top that tank back off again. But so we have 2 sites that we're having to hit twice a day, once in the morning and then once late in the evenings. But I hope you guys all survived the winter blast of 26. We're surviving down here. Got power back. I believe we have water back today, so that's good. Lost everything Saturday, and so as we went Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, no power, no water, other than the backup generator. But hopefully when I get home today, everything at my house will be somewhat back to normal. But anyway, let me know how you guys fared. Drop some comments. You guys kind of know I pretty much read all the comments, and I try to respond to as many of them as I can. So yeah, let me know how it turned out, what you guys are. I will see y'all in a little while. All right, this is another facility. It's what they call Powell Bottom, way down here in the river bottom. Storage here. They actually got to have 2 levels because this can all get underwater. Sabine River is over here. This is, I don't even know how many thousand acres. It's all river bottom land. This whole place can get completely underwater. They have little taller containments around the tanks. All their electrical is up in the second. You got over my truck. All the electrical is in the higher end here. This is their electric building. But they had to run everything up high because this will flood. I mean, knee deep in here. So I gotta have jumper cables to my truck. Y'all watch this crap show we got going. Run to the back of my truck. Jumper cables tied in here, clipped over there. I can run my wires from, this is one tank here. It's a 15-gallon pump, but it's fresh. It pumps fast and hard. So I've just been using it mainly. Clip it to my jumper cables. So I've got this tank, 2 more tanks. I had a 3rd tank, but I was hardly using it, so I took it off. But basically, I've got a 24-foot, 2 12-foot hoses put together off this one. So a 24-foot hose, automatic nozzle. I'll basically run that hose like this generator, back up to it, run the hose. The diesel is in the back. I can run the hose to it to reach, start filling. Then as this one gets low, I can use these 3 tanks to pump into that tank. Of course, I got to run the wires for each one up here to connect to get power. Pulled the hand pump. I'd bought another little pump, electric, for that tank. I just hadn't put it in yet. I finally had time to get it put in today. But yeah, it's a rig. But you do what you got to do, man. That's what we do. We do what we have to do to get a job done. It may not be the prettiest, but at the end of the day, it's a successful job complete. Here you can see a little better. All the power ran to that top Connex. Stay out of the water. But this generator is running this system here, this disposal, and yeah. I also have my drag up tank in the truck. So with the other station that y'all seen already, I can fill those tanks out of my drag up, or I can run my drag up hose, it'll reach this tank. But this is the one we're filling with. The other tanks are just supplying it, as well as my drag up supplying it, or it'll fill direct. But anyway, all the power's down. I'll show there's a tree on the line just right up here. There's a tree on the line. But communication tower. Anyway, I'm done here. This one doesn't hold very much diesel. It doesn't burn very much. So I'm fixing to put everything up and go to the next one. All right, I'm headed out. This tree just right here, there's no telling how much more damage is on this place. I'll give you a perspective. So we mow all the pipeline right-of-ways in this Powell Bottom for multiple companies, but for the one company, it takes us about a month, a little over a month, working 5 days a week, running 2 tractors, 2 6-foot mowers to mow every pipeline in this bottom. So that'll give you a perspective of just how much oil field, how many pipelines, and how big this bottom is. It takes us over a month with a 4-man crew, 2 tractors. You can see the tree right here, and has the lines pulled down. I don't know if we will come get that off the line or not. They haven't said. It's already been trimmed up here, but I don't like fooling with that electricity. So anyway, here's some guys coming in. Let me click off here in case they need to talk to me. All right, that was one of the company men I deal with, and he was just checking in with me, making sure everything was good, going through our progress, where we were and what we had done. So he was telling me they lost power at another site this morning, and we have not been going to it the past couple days because they've had power, but he was letting me know I may have to start hauling to it. He's gonna call me back, let me know once he hears from them. That's the one that's in right there on the Louisiana line. But anyway, I am going to head back to the site that has all the tanks on the trailer, fill that generator up, top those tanks off, and probably call it a day. Be glad to get home at dark today instead of 10 o'clock at night. So sorry for lack of footage, guys. This is just everyday life for us. I mean, we all work, we all stay busy. All my guys are working. I just can't be everywhere at the same time. Just doing the best I can. So at least y'all can kind of get an idea of what we do on a daily basis. You know, we're not just running equipment. We do a little bit of everything. So anyhow, I'm gonna head to the next one. See y'all in a little bit. These guys, I hope this doesn't go bad. They don't really know what they're doing, but they walked this man lift right off the edge of a culvert to work on this tree and get it off that power line, and almost flipped it. They had to bring in an excavator to get it pulled out. Okay, he got a little western there for a minute. I thought he was going to flip it. I guess they don't realize there's a huge culvert and a creek drainage right there. But he's in a lot better shape right now. So I was headed down here to this station to top it off with diesel, and you know, ran up on this. You never know what you're going to find down here in these bottoms. Always something interesting, that's for sure. So they started to pull that thing out. Figured I'd grab a camera real quick and catch some of the action. I'll see if I can throw this in one of the videos. I'm going to ease up here a little bit. I'm just holding the camera. I apologize if it's shaky. But these guys are with the power company. But you see the tree here on the right laid on the power line itself. The power line's dead, obviously. But they were going to take that man lift, use it to reach out there and finish cutting the tree off. But all this to the right, you see over here, that's deep. I guarantee you that is waist deep or deeper out there. And right here where these ruts are at, there's a culvert that comes under the road. And I guess these guys just weren't aware. I don't know why they thought they could walk that man lift off this road into that soft ground. It's beyond me. But they learned the hard way. Sun going down another day. So I'm back in here with the generator, with the trailer and all the tanks. You can kind of see a little more idea of what we got going. Pump it into the bigger tank, bigger pump. All 4 of these tanks are tied together on the side, equalized. I was here earlier. Well, I wasn't able to show you guys. I came here earlier, pumped in the generator, filled the generator up with what diesel was in the tanks, and then hang on. And then I had to run to the Louisiana facility. They told me to top it off, fill it up. Well, it only held like 30 gallons. So I got 30 gallons put in it, and then came back here, and now I gotta fill these tanks up. So that is what we got going. I'll fill these tanks up with what I've got, and then I'm calling it a day. I should be able to get home a little after dark. So if I don't see you guys again, I will hopefully have a better video next. Get back on some equipment, get back to running some stuff.